Alright, so it's a brand new day in the house, so the first thing we have to do in the morning is to draw and resolve the top event card. And we've got a rat infestation. Okay. Discard all green tokens from the storage. We don't have any. Oh, snap, game. Looks like them rats aren't going to eat anything. Okay, except for canned goods, moonshine, and alcohol. Okay, yeah, it turns out that we don't have anything to eat, so the rats don't get to eat anything. But then the reality is we're not going to have anything to eat. So either way, it comes to the same thing. We don't have any food, so none for the rats and none for us. And then it says, if during the next dawn phase you have a deadfall trap with a weight token on it, this trap provides one additional raw food. Alright, so there's so many rats in the house that our deadfall trap will be working a bit better. So I'll put this, I think, next to the deadfall trap. Yeah, just so I don't forget. And of course, let's not forget the card did say to add 2 tokens to the cold space. We're now up to 6 with these cold tokens. That's very cold. And that's actually the maximum cold tokens you can have up there. There are no more in the box. All right, and if we check just on our objective here, we have basically this round, then the next round, and another round. Yeah, okay, so we have a total of 3 rounds before we have to finish this. And we're halfway there, so, you know, I'm feeling good about that. But again, this thing is get food. And, well, if it's not obvious yet, we don't have any. So let's actually check our characters again to see how many actions these guys can take. So if we look at this quickly here, Emilia can't do a thing. So she's done. She's gonna come scavenge or, you know, she'll protect the house, but she can't do anything now as far as actions go. If we look at Marin here, he's got 2 black pips here, so he can do 1 action, that is all. He here can do 1 action, but that action I think is gonna be sleep to reset this down to this, so he'll be able to do a 2nd action. So let's consider that this is going to be sleep and 1 action. And as far as Pavel here goes, we only have 1 bed, so we can't have these 2 guys sleep at the same time. So he's going to have 1 action. So in total, we have 3 actions, and one of those actions will be for him to sleep. So let's go to the house and do this stuff. All right, so Anton's going to go to the bed to have a bit of a nap. As always, Emilia, well, not as always, but for now, she can't do anything. I will have Marin do the pokeabout action. And now I should mention something that I got totally wrong. I made a video about common rules mistakes, and one of those mistakes, or, you know, things that you might be confused about, is when you go somewhere that has a little hand like this, let's say like the workshop, even though it's got 4 of these, you can only send 1 person to do that one thing. Okay, you can't send 4 people here. Okay, it's just 1 person per logo like this, but not on the pokeabout space. It actually says here, pokeabout any number of characters at the same time. So you could put a lot of people here and they could all do pokeabout at the same time. Strangely, when I did my video, I was like, no, you can't do the pokeabout all at the same time. It's 1 per, you know. So I goofed on that and I am sorry. So, Marin, pokeabout. We've got Anton doing the bed, and I will have Pavel go to put some chems into the deadfall trap because I do want to get some food. So let's resolve all of this. So Anton here, I will remove his 2 fatigue, which, as we talked about earlier, will give him another action to do in a bit. So this is okay. Deadfall trap has been set. And now we will have Marin do the pokeabout action. And if you remember correctly, Marin can actually add 3 to the result of his die when doing the pokeabout. So that's, wow, 8 plus 3. All right, so that's a total of 4 of wood and ore components. So let me think about how I want to divide this up. All right, you guys, I've got a tough decision here to make. You know how I was talking about building an improved deadfall trap? I don't think I'm going to do that because we've got 6 cold tokens up on top there, and that's the maximum you can get, all right? And when things get cold, the fate cards can tell you, you know, people get ill and all that. So I'm now thinking I should either burn a lot of wood in the simple heater so that I can remove some of the cold, or I could make a board up, which, you know, 1 board up will cancel out 1 cold token, but also the board up will cancel out, you know, something on the Night Raids card, like a wound or whatever, okay? So if I want to place one of these board ups, I need 4 wood and 1 component, which I have. Now here's the thing, I only have 1 action left, okay? That Anton is going to be taking in the next action phase. Now I could either send Anton to the workshop to make a board up, which again, you know, cancels out 1 cold and 1 bad thing on the Night Raids card. Or if I get a whole bunch of wood here, 4 actually, I could remove a lot of cold, right? Because if I use in a single action the simple heater, for each 2 wood, I could discard a cold token. So if I've got 4 more wood, that would be, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. I could discard 4 cold tokens, which sounds good in theory. And cold is bad. Cold is bad. We know that. But Night Raids are bad too. So I think, yeah, I think I'm going to be keeping this stuff to make a board up. But I think for my Pokebout, I'm still going to take 4 wood, just in, you know, kind of in preparation for the next round where I might want to burn a whole lot of wood. Or actually, and I'm sorry to think out loud like this, but I think because I wanted to build this thing, and I do have 2 components in my inventory, maybe I should take 1 component to bring it up to 3, and then the rest I can take as wood, because I'll be able to build this eventually. And I don't have to worry about the mechanical parts, because we've got Resourceful, with which I can just ignore 1 type of a requirement. Yeah, okay, let's do that. I hope you guys followed what I've been thinking here. So for my 4 that I can take here, I'm going to take 3 wood to, you know, burn some wood eventually, and a component to help me build the improve a cage trap. So this is what Marin has got for me. And now let's move on directly to the last action bit here. So I will be sending Anton to the workshop to use this stuff to make a board up. And the board up actually goes here on the last hole. And that is all. You only have 3 board ups in the whole game, so they are all on the house now. We can remove this as well. And so that was the actions phase. So now we're going to move on to Dusk. Now at Dusk, everybody has to drink, and that's very lucky for our characters because we do have 4 water. So there you go. They have had a drink. And now we have to feed these fine people, and we have no food. We have no food. So everybody's hunger will go up by 1 as predicted. All right, here we go. So that's the end of the Dusk phase. Now we move on to evening, and we have to assign characters to 1 of 4 available tasks. Now I won't make the same mistake as last time. I will not put Anton on guard duty. I mean, he fared fairly well, but those were lucky rolls because he's got a prowess of 0. So he's going to come along for sure, and now we have to decide who we want to guard the house. Well, I think if I leave her to guard the house and she gets wounded more, that could just cascade into a really bad situation. So I think she's going to come to scavenge with us. Anton will come as well. We've just discussed that he's not going to stay to guard the house. So now it's between Marin and Pavel, but inventory 4, so yeah, he's gonna come scavenging. So this means that by default, Marin will now guard the house. Now you already know this, but if you don't guard the house, if nobody stays to guard the house, you automatically lose the game. Yeah, some of you might have learned that the hard way. All right, so let's take all of these fine folks and put them where they all must be. All right, so Marin over here is going straight to guard duty, and our 3 in the scavenging party are going to go to the ruined block of flats. Now I know this was this sounded good, you know, Old Town to trade, but I feel like if we do this, I mean, just for you guys, it's gonna be like the same exploration that we did last time, right? 10 cards and then 6 to trade. I mean, I don't want to repeat myself too much, so let's just go here. And I picked this spot here because, you know, coffee and vegetables. So maybe we can get lucky. So this is a distant location, so we need to make a deck of 12 cards. So I'm going to do that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I'm going to bring the location down here, actually, so you guys can have a look at it while we play. All right, so let's jump into this right now. This says here, Ruined Block of Flats, return 2 exploration cards to have a look around the area. Again, this is, you know, sometimes very thematic, but we are hungry. And we are looking for stuff, so I don't know. I don't feel like I want to do this. I want to get my exploration on, so let's do it right now. Hopefully we'll find something good, and it's a reality impact. Okay. Just when you thought it was safe. Before we get to this, I just wanted to let you know that I have brought along the herbal meds and the chems, just because they have a trade, you know, together of 6. I mean, that is something that, you know, maybe we can use to trade, so I'll put it actually down here next to the card here. So yeah, let's do the reality impact. Draw a card from the colors deck. Okay, then draw from the exploration deck from the exploration deck. Okay, so what do we got? It's a gray. Okay. Oh, usually, I don't know. I don't want to say usually, but for my experience, gray. I've gotten some pretty sweet stuff with gray. So let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. So this says gray 528. All right. So let's go to the book of scripts. Way at the bottom here, it says we heard a noise outside the window. It's the middle of the night, but two old men with canes are walking down the center of the street. They aren't dressed warmly enough. They even have slippers on their feet. They seem to be completely oblivious to the threat of sniper fire. They are arguing loudly about something, drawing the attention of a looter creeping in the darkness. They look as if they've just gone out for a little stroll. What the heck is wrong with these two old guys? Okay, so maybe they're lost. Let's help them. Raise the noise by 1 and see 1733. I mean, that's doable. Noise is very low right now. Or it says here, someone's bound to take care of them. There are a few other people here besides us. Oh boy. Well, y'all remember the last time we tried to help someone? Things went horribly wrong. So the cynical man living inside my brain here wants to say option 2. But let's help these old guys. Come on. They're wearing slippers. It's winter, they're just talking it out. These two guys, I mean, one of these guys has dementia, and the other one forgot that he does. So yeah, raise the noise by 1, of course. Let's do that up here. Boom, we're at noise 2. And then let's go to 1733. Okay, 1733. We ran up to the older men and pulled them into the nearest building. Get off the street, it's dangerous! Surprised, they did not oppose us. We wanted to find out where we should take them, but they couldn't even give us their names. But they did keep arguing, giving the impression of being large, irresponsible kids. Fortunately for us, help arrived a moment later. A woman was looking for the old men. They'd wandered away from a nursing home a few streets away. People on the street had told her where we had gone. Where they had gone? Well, I don't know, could be a misprint. They keep running away, they're old and sick, and they don't understand what's happening. There are only 3 caretakers left in the home, and we have over 20 patients. It's more than we can manage, she said sadly. Anyhow, thank you for taking care of them. So we help them return to the nursing home, so we'd lose an exploration card, or we hand the old men over to the woman and leave, back to game. Well, I mean, I'm a gamer, so I'm gonna say, you know, the game wants us to make a little sacrifice here by returning an exploration card. So I think this might be something good. So yeah, let's help them. I mean, we've helped them this far. We can't just go, all right, bye-bye, see ya, and then they get sniped. So let's go to 849. The road to the nursing home seemed longer than it actually was. It was difficult to manage the 2 old men. They thought nothing of the wartime conditions. We walked slowly, protecting them from themselves. When we reached the home, the caretaker told us sadly that she didn't have anything to give us as thanks for her efforts. We wave her off saying, there's no need. Well, still, would have been nice. Okay, so back to game. Wow, I thought we were gonna get something. I don't know, anything. But, you know, wartime, it's a bummer. So there you have it, folks. So we helped those 2 old guys get back to where they should be, and all we lost was an exploration card. Not that bad. All right, so let's put that underneath here with the other card, actually. Okay, so nothing, nothing lost except a little bit of time, and I guess we can feel better about ourselves. So there you go. Let's keep exploring the ruined block of flats. All right, we can search the heap. Do we want to search the heap? I always forget what's in the heap. We got mechanical parts, chems, ammo, chems, book, mechanical parts, book, mechanical parts. Yeah, it's nothing. See, broken pistol. Oh, I don't think it's anything I really want right now. You know, shells. No, I don't think I want that. So let's shuffle this up. I mean, this is not a spoiler. It's not cheating or anything. It's just knowing what's in the game. So you know what? I think I will just ignore this card. So let's keep exploring. Ah, tough luck. Roll for noise. Well, we have a noise of 2, which isn't that bad. All right, so we're good. Next. We can search the furniture. Yes, please. Now we can raise the noise. We can return 2 exploration cards, but I don't think I want to do that. Or we can raise the noise by 1 and roll for noise. I think we'll do that. Yeah, and if anything, you know what? We could use the rumors card to see what the next resident card is going to be. That way, if, you know, like rolling for noise gets tricky, we can decide, oh, let's not do that because, like, it's really bad guys here. Do we want to do this now? I mean, we're at noise 2. We'll bump it up to 3. Maybe we wait till later. Like, if the noise is really high, then if we're like, let's chance the noise, well, then we can look at the card first. All right, yeah, let's keep it for later. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to raise the noise by 1, then roll for noise. So we're bumping it up to 3, and I have to roll 4 or higher. And it's a 5 again. All right, we're safe. So we can now search the furniture. Oh, that's been shuffled. So furniture. All right, we found a vegetable, a weapon part, and a shell. Dang. Well, at least we get a vegetable. So I'll put the stuff we get up here. So a vegetable, weapon part, and a shell. And of course we get to roll the die on the special findings here. So hopefully we get, 6 to 10. And it's a 3. We get nothing. Oh boy. All right, and we'll keep exploring. Stairs up. Look for another way. Return 2 exploration cards. Or raise the noise by 2. Well, how about now? How about we, because let's say we don't want to waste any time. How about we do play this now? Because noise is at 3. We'd have to raise it up to 5, then roll. I mean, that's pretty much not going to work, right? Or we lose 2 exploration cards. But I feel like, you know what? Let's use the rumors card. And we've got civilians. It turns out that there are miserable looking people hiding in here, mostly the elderly, women, and children. Place this card on the exploration slot until you leave this location. Whenever you take anything from an exploration card marked as private, roll the black die. See, that's what these things are for here, okay? So if this is in play and you search something that says private, you have to roll the black die and compare the result with the empathy of each character present. A result equal to or less than a character's empathy will raise their misery. So that means you're gonna feel bad because you're stealing private stuff that, belongs to these civilians. It also says you may return 1 exploration card to talk with these civilians or trade. Aha, trade, good. But this has not been flipped up, okay? We just used the rumor card to see that this would be coming up. So we're gonna discard this from the game, and now we're gonna keep resolving the stairs up, and we had decided to do this, so yeah, why not raise the noise by 2 and roll for noise? So 1, 2, this goes up to 5, so we have to roll 6 or higher. Look at that. It's a 7. All right, so we don't even meet anyone. Okay, so let's keep going. And there we go, someone's here. Raise the noise by 3. 1, 2, 3. We're at 8 up there, okay? And 8 is the maximum, so it cannot go any higher. So let's keep playing. Okay, we may ignore this card or search the furniture. Return 2 exploration cards or raise the noise by 1 and roll for noise. We can't raise the noise by 1, but we could just roll for noise and then meet these guys, right? So you know what? Let's do that. So we'll, we can't raise, but we'll roll. So we need to get actually 9 or higher because our noise is at 8. Is that a 9? Get out. Shut the front door, guys. Wow. Okay, I couldn't have done that if I wanted to. So we don't even have to meet the residents. We're just gonna draw and resolve 1 card from the findings deck, furniture. All right, so let's shuffle that up and go to the furniture. Oh, wow. Okay. I thought I was gonna find a potato or something, but it turns out we've got another reality impact. Wow. Okay, we're getting a lot of those. So, something unexpected has happened. Draw a card from the colors deck to determine the color of the script. All right, we're used to this by now, so let's do that. And green. Check the number of that color on the rare findings chart. Okay, so green, 95. Afterwards, place this card under the current location. Yeah, because they don't want you to draw it twice. So this is all fine and dandy, but that actually means that we will not get to search the furniture. Dang. Okay, well, let's go do 95 and see what that's all about. Okay, 95, right in the middle here. The room we are searching through used to be a small library. Large bookcases take up virtually an entire wall. Once these shelves must have been full of books, but today the only thing left here is dust, a book lover's enemy. Add 2 books to the findings pile. All right. A burned out bonfire in the center of the room tells us a big part of the collection went up in flames. A few pages escaped the fire, and now, out of context, they resemble unsent letters from a different world. We're holding a fragment of one of them now. What we found appears to be the hand-scrawled memories of a group of survivors in this terrible war. Our throats choke with bitter laughs. The author's light touches serves up engaging tales containing lots of advice. How to get food, how to defend yourself, how to... We've not read this kind of nonsense in a long time. Still, we put fragments of the book in the backpack. We return to rummaging through the ruined furniture. Oh, okay, cool. Draw and resolve one card from the findings deck. Furniture. You guys, that's crazy. Okay, I'm always amazed at how these things work out. All right, so we still get to draw the furniture. Cool. Also, write down 652 on the save sheet in the epilogue section. Oh. So if we win the game... No, I think win or lose, you still get to read the epilogue. So we might get to read 652 at the end of the game. All right, so we still get to search furniture, and we got 2 books in the findings. Well, that was pretty good. So here's the 2 books we found. I'll put them over here. Got a little post-it here. It says save 652, and we can now actually search the furniture. So let's do that. Furniture. Hey, the potato. I say potato, but I don't know why. The word potato just makes me laugh. So vegetable, herb, and bandages. All right, so not too bad. And we will also get to roll on the special findings. And again, it's nothing. Well, you know. All right, so vegetable, herb, and bandage. Let's get that. So here we go. Vegetable, bandage, and herb. Now, if I could just meet someone to trade, because I still need a lot more food. So let's keep going on this. Okay, this is a hiding place. I don't think I want the hiding place because we know what's coming up here, so I think we'll just ignore this card. You may ignore this card or poke about. Return 1 exploration card or roll for noise to choose 1 finding from the special findings chart. What? To choose a finding? So I can just decide that I want coffee or a vegetable? Ooh, I like that. And you know what? Let's roll for noise. Maybe we'll meet someone, and then we'll get one of these findings. So yeah, let's roll for noise. So we're at 8. If we get 9 or 10, we don't meet anybody. Yep. Sorry, that you guys can't see that. It's a 4. Okay, just a mediocre roll, but that's actually what we needed, I guess. So we will meet these people. So let's just skip all this text here. We know what we're going to be doing, right? So if we get something that says private, we have to test our empathy, and we may return 1 card to trade or talk with these people. So this is going to stay in play over here. And now we will actually do this. We'll choose a finding. Now I'm thinking vegetable is good because it can stave off the hunger, which is the immediate problem. Coffee is nice because coffee will keep Marin and Emilia from going miserable. But right now their misery is under control, so I'm going to go with the vegetable. So here we go, vegetable. And now, oh, this has turned out nicely. We have 2 cards here, so we will return 1 card to trade with these people. So return a card, and let's see what these civilians here in this ruined block of flats can actually trade with us. All right, here we go, 993. You may buy any of these tokens. The red tokens, any broken weapon, ammo, or weapon parts. See, if I had taken that handyman, I would have repaired a weapon. Yellow, we can get herbal meds, meds Gray, we can get books, mechanical parts, electrical parts, saw blade or shovel. Green, we can get coffee, sugar, cigarettes, or moonshine. No food! Urgh! Dang! And trade commission is 0, which is good. Oh man, what do I want? The yellows, I mean, it's always good to get, some meds and stuff. Dang, I wish these guys would have had food. All right, I'll put this on the side of the board, and I'll have a think about this. All right, you guys, I've moved all of the stuff that we have with us up here. This is what we had brought with us. This is our findings pile, basically. So what I'm going to be doing is, I'll be getting rid of a trade value of 3 here with the weapon part and the shell, and I will change that into 3 coffee, because we do have some coffee drinkers. Now, herbs don't serve a huge purpose for me here, so I'll get rid of a herb, and I will trade that in for another chems, because that's what you use in the deadfall trap to make food. As far as the rest of this stuff goes, I mean, we don't necessarily need the books, but you can still burn books when you want to use the simple heater. For 2 books, you can actually get rid of a cold token, so I don't want to get rid of those. Herbal meds we can actually use sometimes instead of regular meds, so I don't want to get rid of that. Bandages we need, of course, because we do have a wounded Emilia. So I think that's all the trading I'm gonna be doing. Yeah, Yeah, I wish I could have done more. But there you go. So that was trading with the civilians. So we have... before I forget, we need to reset the noise down to 1 because we did, make some noise and we met someone. So now we've got one card left here. We could just leave, but I mean, why not, right? Let's just do it. It's another reality impact. Okay, guys. Wow. I think that's a new record for me. Yeah, a lot of reality hitting us in the face. All right, so let's go right here, draw a card from the colors deck, and it's going to be the exploration chart. So these numbers here. So let's look at the colors. All right. And pick a card, any card, pick a card, any card. All right, this one here. Gray. Okay, this is our second gray one in the same round. Yes, in the same exploration phase, actually. So gray on the exploration is 313. Okay, 313. The staircase is half destroyed. To get higher in the apartment building, we'll need to jump. It's our only way to avoid the gaping holes in the stairs. Suddenly, we see something move by one of the piles of rubble and run upstairs in quick jumps. It's a little girl. While running away, she lost a dirty doll that looks almost as miserable as her. Pick up the doll and follow the child. Ugh. Let's look for another way back to game. Oh boy. You guys. I don't know. I mean, this girl isn't in immediate trouble, right? I mean, she lost a doll, and that's it. We could just... I mean, there's a gaping hole. Oh, man. If I was playing alone, I think in this particular situation, just, on morals here, I would say, well, this little girl can leave. I mean, she can live without her doll, okay? She wasn't crying, she wasn't wounded, she just needs a doll. So I would just look for another way, go back to game. Because I feel like the words gaping hole in the stairs is just asking for trouble. But, of course you want me to get into trouble, so let's pick up the doll and follow the child. One of us is going to get wounded, I mean for sure, right? So let's go to 1661. Oh boy, the things I do for entertainment. Okay, 1661. It's definitely easier for a child to run on the damaged staircase. An adult has to squeeze through narrow passages. After a while, we hear some commotion. When we eventually walk through a broken door, we can see the living room of an apartment where it seems over a dozen children have found shelter. The oldest one is a teenage boy. He's maintaining an aggressive pose. One hand is holding a knife, and the other is protecting the girl who is now hiding behind him. Ooh. Okay, so we can crouch and show them the doll, in a very submissive pose, or we raise our hands to show we have no bad intentions. We back away, back to game. Oh boy. Yeah, so we can just go, all right, this was a nice, there you go, nice doll, bye-bye. Or we can keep on and push our luck here. Well, of course, let's do that because, filming a playthrough. So let's crouch and show them the doll. I mean, I think he's gonna stab us in the head, but, let's do it. All right, 999. Despite the older boy's protests and the little children's squeals, the girl came towards us and took the doll. The teenage boy speaks. Thanks, but now go. We don't have anything here of value. Our parents are dead, or they've forgotten about us. You should too. Write down orphanage 999 on a blank token and place it on the findings pile. From now on, during any scavenging, we may return 2 exploration cards, before or after exploration, to visit this place and bring the kids some food. Huh. Meanwhile, go back to game. Okay, so we're gonna have... Wow. I guess if we bring them some food, maybe it's gonna raise our morale or something. Whew, okay, so a new mechanic has been introduced for this particular game. So I'm gonna make a little post-it here that says Orphanage 999. Okay, well, that was an interesting turn of events. I don't know that we'll get to do that though, because we need a lot of food, I mean for ourselves, but also for our chapter objective. So I don't know, maybe we'll get to do that later, but for now it doesn't seem likely. So the exploration is done. Let's put this back up top and see what we're gonna bring back with us. So we were at the ruined block of flats. This is everything we have, and I mean, we can bring back everything and more. Yeah, we don't, nothing weighs anything right there. So we've got a combined inventory of 10, which is pretty amazing. So we're going to use actually all of that inventory to bring back wood and components and probably water. Yeah, because we did not actually activate the rainwater collector in the last action phase. So I'm going to bring back 4 water for sure. All right, now if you remember, I wanted to actually build this thing here, okay? An improved deadfall trap cage thing. So I need 2 mechanical parts, but I don't actually because I have the resourceful card and I will just ignore that. But to build it, I need 3 components and 2 wood. And right now in the inventory, this is what I have. So I will actually be using, 2 wood and 3 components, which means I have wood left, okay? Now my other plan is to build a bed. And to build a bed, you actually need 4 wood and 3 components. I already have a wood here, so what I'm going to be doing with my 6 remaining inventory is I will bring back 3 wood to make it 4 for this thing, and I'm going to add 3 components. Does that make any sense? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, that's one too many, sorry. So this is actually going to go. So this is what I'm bringing back, this right here, okay? So I'm going to be closer to being able to build my improved cage and also my bed. So all of this stuff going here. Hope all of that was clear. So with all of this, the scavenging phase is done and we have to move on now to the night raids. Okay, so we've got Marin here and we'll have to draw a night raids card for him. So let's shuffle all that together. And we've got starving people. Okay, well, joke's on you, we're starving too. So damage any 4 tokens or resources, starting with the green tokens. Well, we have no green tokens, we're hungry as well. And then 1 wounds. Okay, so that's a total of basically 5. But we have 3 board ups, so that's pretty good. And before anything else, let's roll the combat die for Marin here. Alright, he's got that little squiggly S thing, but we do have a prowess of 1, so we can re-roll that. Now, upon checking the rules, my understanding is that you don't have to use this symbol, but if you do, it's actually only during combat. Now this, for game purposes, I don't think is called combat. This is just like resolving the night raids. But if you hadn't met someone, let's say, during your scavenging, and they turn out to attack you or something, and then you start combat with them, if ever you or they roll this symbol, you can decide if you consider it a miss or if you're going to trust fate. And in that situation, you would get the fate deck and you would draw the first card and you would check, okay, does, first of all, is it the same kind of die? If it's not, then it's just a miss. But if it is the same kind of die, something might happen. Like, let's say your attacker had rolled a yellow die and he had rolled this symbol. Well, you can draw a card instead, and then it says the weapon is lost. Until the end of combat, this combatant fights as if unarmed. So this could go in your favor. But I've looked at these cards, and they don't seem to make any sense when you're doing the night raids phase of the game. So we don't really get to even, try this thing here. So for now, let's just consider this a miss. So Marin will use his prowess to try and, get a better result. And he gets exactly the same thing. All right, so Marin has been useless in a fight. So essentially we've got a total of 5 here, minus our 3 board ups, so 2. Now we could either give him 2 wounds or we could have the starving people steal 2 of our things. But as I said before, I don't like wounds. So I think, yeah, we'll have these starving people just steal some of our stuff. Dang it. All right, look, let's have them steal a wood and a component, whatever. I guess they're gonna chew on some wood and metal. All right, then it says remove this card from the game. So all in all, I mean, it's kind of a bummer that we lost our, resources and stuff, but at least Marin didn't get wounded. All right, so it's the start of the dawn phase. I've got all of our stuff here that we've brought back. It looks pretty good. It looks all pretty good, but we still don't have enough food for everybody. But anyway, let's think about that later. Right now, again, start of the dawn phase. So the scavenging party is back at the house up there. We can now assign meds and bandages to people, and I believe we're gonna do that. I'm gonna put the bandages on Emilia, and I'll put the herbal meds on Marin because he has no meds on him. So this goes here, and this would go here. So now we're up to the Fate card. So let's draw one of these bad boys. Let's shuffle that up. And let's say this one here. This says, raise the illness of all ill characters who did not take any meds / herbal meds by 1. Oh, very good. I think this is the only card that actually makes a reference to herbal meds. I think. You don't quote me on that, but I think so. So, very good. So we will not raise the illness. That's good. Then it says, heal the wounds of all characters who had bandages by 1. Okay. And then discard bandage tokens. So Emilia actually does get a little bit better. She is resilient, that Emilia. Next, it says here, if the cold tokens minus board ups equals 1 or more. I mean, come on, of course it's going to equal 1 or more. Oh, that's horrible. See, good at the top, bad at the bottom. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We still have 6 cold tokens. That's horrible. Minus 3 board ups is 3. So, of course, raise the illness of one chosen character by 1. Ugh. Well, it can't be her, because she gonna die. So, not her. Alright, well, I'm not gonna do this on him. I don't want him at level 3 because that's gonna be black pips. I don't think I want to raise his illness because if ever he's hungry, we raise his illness. So that's a situation that could happen. So I guess no choice here. It's gonna be Pavel. So raise his illness by 1. Next here we're talking about the nearest small location. Let's do that afterwards. Let's do these things here. Let's do Resolve Spirit C on all characters. Alright, so let's do that. So Spirit C, if Anton is wounded, raise his wounds by 1. He is not. Spirit C, if there's a guitar in the storage, there isn't. Spirit C, if Marin is miserable at 2 or 3, raise his illness. Ooh, okay, he's good. He's fine. And Spirit C, Emilia's gonna get cold. Check this out. If there are at least 2 cold tokens in the cold space, there are. Raise her misery by 1. Oh, that Emilia. I'm cold. I don't like being cold. Nobody likes being cold, Emilia. Suck it up. Alright, there we go. Okay, then let's resolve the weight tokens and then we'll exchange the locations. So we actually only have 1 weight token. We didn't put one on the rainwater collector, only on the deadfall trap. So let's get rid of that. Let's not forget we have this card here. It says during the next dawn phase, if you have a deadfall trap with a weight token on it, this trap provides 1 additional raw food. Okay, so let's see how many we get. We're trying to roll high, It's a 9. Ooh. So that's 2 raw food plus 1. 3 raw food. Man, that is some rat action. That could not have gone any better. That's awesome. So we'll get rid of that. And now the fate card was talking about exchanging the nearest small location. So the nearest small location would be actually this one. Yeah, it's close, it's small, so this goes away, which means all of this slides down. I think I might have messed up on the last time. I think I removed the card and just replaced it. Things should usually slide. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. So this slides down, and the new one is gonna be small apartment buildings. All right, and this seems like nothing special. I mean, we'll get some raw food if we roll a 10, but you know, good luck on that. And yeah, so a fairly ordinary location. So we'll put the fate card back in the deck, and now the day is over. All right, so let's start the morning phase. We have to flip a new event here. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the like button down below. Now, I know it seems like a very small thing to do, but it actually does help the channel when you do that. And if ever you should find yourself in a super generous mood, well, I do accept donations via PayPal. And anything you give, big or small, will help keep me going.
The 3.5-year war erupted and spread across all of Bosnia-Herzegovina.